Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to the Reach Podcast Show with LeVar Ellis. As you can see this morning, we have some special information that we are trying to share with you guys this morning. We are welcoming in Miss Donna Mingo. As you can see her flyer up on the screen right now. We appreciate you guys waiting around for us to get started, and we are going to join you guys on the screen. So tell everybody good morning, Miss Donna.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Everybody in Facebook world, YouTube world, and also all of our IG listeners right now, we appreciate you guys being patient and sticking around for us to get this show started. We have a very, 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 very special treat for you guys this morning. The poetry segment is back, and we have a wonderful, wonderful poet that's joining us this morning. And if y'all have been following, y'all already know that we like to do 3 segments. This young lady is going to take care of all those segments. What's going on, Sherelle? I see you. Shouts out to you. Coding with a Twist, one of our community partners. Y'all check her out on Instagram, Coding with a Twist. Appreciate you tuning in this morning. But you know, guys, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Every single week, we try to bring you some awesome information that you guys can hold on to, that you can check out later. And that's going to connect you, because the name of the show is the Reach Podcast. We're trying to reach you guys each and every week with information that is going to be helpful and also insightful and also take you to another level. And definitely this week is no exception. Ms. Donna is definitely a person that's going to help you go to the next level by the way of credit, giving you the ins and outs of credit and understanding your credit. And if you have a problem, definitely be able to get with her to fix your credit. But before we jump into that, we definitely want to talk about our show sponsors. As you know, each and every week, we try to highlight different companies that are standing behind the Reach Podcast Show and everything that we do. So we want to highlight those companies up front before we get into the show. First, I'd like to, of course, highlight my nonprofit 501c3 Dad Chronicles. We are out here trying to impose and expose opportunities for our young men and women, giving them the nuggets that they need to just go throughout life and be able to have something they can stand on, something they can take forward with them. We call it paying it forward. You know, if we had people that would help us every step along the way, we'd be much better individuals, and that's what it's all about. So definitely get connected with Dad Chronicles and the things that we're doing in the community. If you need customer service, if you need community service hours, or you're somebody who needs some community service hours, definitely get with me. And it's not going to be that community service where you're dreading to be there. You're going to actually have fun, and you're going to want to come back. So you'll knock your community service out in no time. So definitely get with me if you need some type of community services. We're always going to different organizations, businesses. I might be able to take you somewhere and drop you off, you know, and you just come back and you'll be saying you don't want to leave. But no, seriously, I need to highlight that through my organization. I can definitely provide youth and adults with I keep saying customer service. That's what it's all about. Community service hours. Community service hours. If you need that, definitely get with Dad Chronicles. So we appreciate you guys staying connected with us. Next, man, I have to give a huge shout out to my partner, man. Just walking in the door, Mr. Tibbs, and we break Purpose Radio, WBP Radio. I'm going to tell you guys right now, go to the App Store, download WBP Radio online. It is a hip hop station along with positive hip hop is the main thing, and also some gospel music in there. You will not understand that you're listening to the gospel music just off the tracks, because they're very upbeat, up-tempo, and you're going to be just nodding your head before you know it. But what we're doing is surprising you with that good music, those good vibes, those good lyrics that you need to have soaking down in your soul. So definitely go and check out WBP Radio. My man, Mr. Tibbs, as you can see, is www.bpradio.com. Get connected with that station and definitely leave a review. That's what it's all about. If you stay connected with the Reach Podcast, we'll be streaming on their app. They're based out of Atlanta, and we're trying to open up the market here in Houston. So once again, go check out WBP Radio, get it downloaded, and check those guys out and all the awesome music that are on there. Next up is none other than Diamond Fit Nutrition, man. Y'all know this is the home, basically, of the Reach Podcast Show. I appreciate my sisters. Big shouts out to T. Lou, Miss Tawana Lewis, the owner of Diamond Fit Nutrition. Man, when you're in the area, even if you're not in the area, take a trip, come over here, see these young ladies. They have good vibes, good energy, and definitely good drinks, you know. So you want to come and check them out, get your smoothies and teas. And it's actually nutritional, basically, hence the name Diamond Fit Nutrition. They'll give you all the ins and outs about the things that are included into their drinks and help you understand how they can help you as well. So you definitely want to come and check out Diamond Fit Nutrition. And let them know, as I always say, the Reach Podcast Show sent you, or LeVar, however you know me, just let them know I sent you over here and you've been watching the Reach Podcast Show. Next up is my girl and her company, Miss Candice Joseph, in the Joseph Consulting Firm. If you are somebody who's aspiring to get into business, be in business, you have an idea, you're not really sure how you want to do it, what you want to do, definitely want to get with Candice Joseph and the Joseph Consulting Firm. They can help you with everything that you need from front to back, contracts, business idea, business planning, all those things. And as you see right here on the screen, it is going to be definitely your idea, their way, but it's going to be your success. Man, you hustle together and you'll be able to find out the things that you can accomplish. So Instagram, if you're on there, go and follow the Joseph Consulting Firm. We appreciate you guys tuning in. But again, Joseph Consulting Firm, follow the go to the website down at the bottom of the screen. You can also find them on IG as well. And again, let them know the Reach Podcast Show sent you, because they're going to take you where you need to be. You won't need to be wondering how you're going to do it, what you're going to do. They have all of that taken care of for you. Right? So definitely go give a shout out to Candice Joseph and the Joseph Consulting Firm. So back to those community service hours. You definitely want to get connected with an organization that I'm definitely part of, which is the World Youth Foundation. This company right here, or I should say this foundation, is a foundation that got me started not only with the Reach Podcast Show, with that Chronicles. They've been around for 31 years, doing some amazing things in the community. So I have to give a huge shout out to the whole World Youth Foundation team. A lot of them are friends and associates, and we're working together. We have some amazing things coming by way of the World Youth Foundation. So definitely stay connected. Go visit the website, get involved, and you can also get community service hours from them as well. So definitely get connected. So I would like to highlight this company right here, which is the Executive Suite. But instead of me doing all the talking, we are just going to play the video that they have provided for us. So check out this from the Executive Suite.
This is Kivia Jones of the Executive Suite. The Executive Suite is a natural skincare and body care product line. Each of our products are created with your overall self-care, health, and wellness in mind. We definitely believe in plants over pills because cannabis has saved each of our lives. And if you are listening to the Reach Podcast Show with LeVar Ellis, it could possibly change yours too.
So definitely go check out the Executive Suite. Look at the amazing things they're doing. And the CEO, Miss Kivia Jones, she's doing some wonderful things. And they're very, very, very active. So you never know what you're going to run into. And so also, we're getting ready for a big deal that's going on the 29th. You want to be there. You don't want to miss it. The Reach Podcast Show last Friday's Poetry Night is going to be huge. But in saying that, I definitely want to highlight Honey Beyond Studios. Big shouts out to my cuz over there and all the amazing nights that they've already had. And now I'm able to finally go into some business with them. You can see the logo up on the screen. Come and check them out right in the heart of Missouri City off of 2234 in Cartwright. It is an event space. So if you have a wedding, if you have a baby shower, if you have a repast, if you have just a party you're trying to throw, anything, the holidays are coming up, go ahead and get them booked because they're going fast. But you definitely want to come out to the last Friday's Poetry Night. As you can see up on the screen now, we are going to have a really, really, really good time that night. And you do not want to miss it. I'm telling you, you want to get your face in the place. We're going to have a good time. Big shouts out to my girl, Poetry Live, who will be my host of that night. And we're going to have some fun. We have some amazing talent coming to you guys. And again, you just don't want to miss it. So big shouts out to Honey Beyond Studios, not only for hosting my event, but just for creating a space that was created with a purpose. Big shouts out to my cousin. And losing her grandmother, it's in honor of her grandmother. So she used to always call her Honey. So it's Honey Beyond Studios. So again, you get to come and support the fam, me, and all the poets that night. So definitely want to go and get your tickets. And you'll find them on Eventbrite. Or you can go to the Reach Podcast Show page. Everything will be up there. And we'll put up the link later on in the show. So definitely want to come and see us October 29th, the last Friday. And you'll get a sneak peek today from one of our poets that are joining us here today. So we're going to be getting ready to bring her on in just a minute. But lastly, before we do that, we want to highlight one last company. And I have to say that these guys right here, man, they were pivotal in the beginning of last Friday's because we did our first show over there, the Black Store, and the situation has just really blown. We had to just move to a different spot. But you definitely want to check out my man Randy and Lloyd over at the Black Store, Sunnyside, Texas, South Park, Texas. Go and check those guys out. You have a beauty supply experience. You know, two young brothers taking on an industry that we just do not have much ownership in, and that's what they're all about. But in addition to that, they do a lot more in the community. So I'll give you guys a sneak peek.
If you haven't been to the Black Store Beauty Supply Experience, this is a personal invitation to come experience the best customer service at a beauty supply store. Bringing you all the beauty brands that you know and love, but most importantly, we support more than 70 local Black-owned brands in the state of Texas and Louisiana. Like having access to a Black-owned pop-up shop 7 days a week. For the ladies who love to pamper themselves, please come experience our nail salon and spa. For the fellas, y'all can look forward to a barbershop coming soon. We'll have our own personal man cave back here. And for those who have a thing for agriculture, we definitely want you to come visit our backyard where you can find our community garden. Thanks for tuning in to the Reach Podcast Show with LeVar Ellis. Y'all enjoy this great content.
Definitely about to be some great content. So again, big shouts out to the Black Store, my boys Randy and Lloyd. I appreciate everything that you guys have done. And we're going to still keep things rocking. As you know, we're going to have to put something special together for the spaces you guys have over there. But guys, again, go and check out the Black Store. Just drop in on them. They're open 7 days a week, man. That's the amazing thing. 7 days a week, they're open, so you can get all your beauty supply needs over there. So, man, listen, without further ado, before we get into the show, as you guys know, I'm excited to have the poetry segment back. And we have a dynamic young lady who's getting ready to spit for us. So before we start the show, we're understanding that with the poetry segment, we have 3 segments when we have 3 people. But we have 1 person, and we're still going to have 3 segments. So I'd like to welcome in this young lady. Her name is Devin, but she goes by the stage name of the Beautiful Beast. Let's see if we're going to make all this work. Yep. So welcome to the show. And I think we'll pick you up over here because I think the mics are going to be kind of tripping. Let me see. Take yourself off mute. We are in the same place. We want to give her a platform to where she can speak and talk to you guys. So welcome to the show. I appreciate you coming in today. So let everybody know who you are.
I am Devin, but my poetry name is The Beautiful Beast. It was given to me by his host for the show on the 29th, Poetry Live. She is my mentor. Hi, I love you dearly. It's just who I am. It's my purpose. So I'm in it. I'm walking in it, and I love it. I love it.
That's what's up. So I like to ask you a question. What makes you go by the name The Beautiful Beast?
Honestly, okay, to be honest with you, I didn't even, when I first started, I signed up as Destiny. So that's Devin, and my middle name, like, just put together. And so my very first show, I was reading off my phone, and she pulled me to the side, and she was like, "You're the beautiful beast." And I was like, "Okay, cool." So for like maybe like 3 months, I would go to all the poetry shows, but I was more so of a sponge. I wasn't really spitting. So when I popped, so when I popped back out on July 11th, I'll never forget that day. I popped out as The Beautiful Beast, and it was given to me by her. It was like she whispered my name to me, and I didn't even know that's who I was until she told me, and I've been running with it ever since.
Man, well, look. I want everybody to know you can definitely come in person again October 29th. You can see this young lady. I'm going to give her the screen, let her talk about what she has coming up, let everybody know what you have going on, and then tell us a little bit about the piece, and then we'll let she roll.
Alrighty. Okay, guys, October 22nd, I am featuring at Puff Puff poetry. It's actually the second one. It's the All Black Affair. It's exactly what it is. So come and vibe with us. It is sponsored by Brother Malcolm and She's So Cold. So shout out to y'all for inviting me back. October 29th, like he said, I'll be featuring at last Friday's Poetry Night. I'm excited. Thank y'all for having me. November 13th, I'll be doing tag team poetry. It's with Mac You So Funny. November 14th is a little bit of a secret, so I'm going to hold it. It's a big, I am. November 14th is really much of a secret, guys, so I'm going to hold that, but I will be having the tickets coming soon. November 20th, I am also performing at this young lady. She had a goal to do 50 shows this year. So November 20th, she asked me to be a feature there. So I'll be doing that. I don't have a venue or anything else for that. So if y'all look at the bottom, y'all can follow me and you have all of those, and the links are all in my bio. So that's all I have that I know that I have coming up now. So this first piece is actually my name. So when I first popped out, I did this piece first. So I have to give my baby her love. For those who don't know me, I am Destiny. That's apostrophe N-A. Please get it straight. I'm Texas made but Louisiana raised, so it's obvious that my DNA is a bit spicy. That in your mouth southern kick guaranteed through my poetry, you're gonna taste my well life experience. They call them life lessons. Home. Home is the first teacher of life. That's just the way I think. Cause daddy gave me my first book and a pen, and I've been hooked ever since. Real shit. It's like he handed me my purpose. And mama never let me go outside, cause that's a beast. Protective of her beast, baby. She always told me, baby girl, you got this. God gave you this voice for a reason. Singing wasn't my fate, but it molded me for this poetry stage. Mama, I heard you. I was born to star. But this poetic light shines different because I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit. But I'm something like a red-nosed pig, because these words I spit will lock to your mental, have you shaking like, ooh, spit poet. Poetry is my authentic truth. So these words I'll be spitting, don't worry, you will see them.
Man.
All right.
Snap. Yes, we are here. Man, I appreciate you. Number one,
thank you. I thank you.
Blessed with one piece. I can't wait to hear the next thing going on. We're going to jump right into the show, and we will definitely be back with more of the beautiful beat in just a minute. Y'all can see how to follow her down at the bottom of the screen. But we want to critique this a little bit. So welcome back, Ms. Danae again. We're following her at The Beautiful Beast on IG and Devin the Girl Bradford on Facebook. So catch those links, the link down at the bottom, and they'll be back up in case you missed it right now. But let's see. So we have somebody who's already, and we call her Dr. P. She says the Beautiful Beast just killed it. So she is excited about the piece she just heard from you. So we appreciate you tuning in. So, Ms. Danae, what did you think about that piece? I mean, Donna, I'm sorry. What did you? I'm talking about Danae. I'm combining y'all's names already. Yes. So, Ms. Donna, I'm sorry. What do you think about that?
I thought that it was very liberating. That she had a whole lot to say, and it was power packed. I mean, it was a short segment, but she said a whole lot in a short period of time to make you go, like, okay.
Yeah, and y'all don't know, I'm gonna let you introduce yourself too, but Ms. Donna been in here spitting a lot of game, giving a lot of information. So if you could be here before the show, that's when all the real good stuff happens. So again, IG, go and follow her, The Beautiful Beast. That's THA, Beautiful Beast. So go and check her out, get connected. So, Ms. Donna, welcome. We are on you now. Yes, it is your turn. So, go ahead and introduce yourself to my audience. We have people on Facebook, on YouTube, and of course on our IG Live. And we also have a podcast audio platform where there's people in Germany, Japan, all over the place listening to us. So let them know who you are for those people who haven't heard of.
Perfect. Well, the first thing I want to say is good morning. Well, wherever you are, how you doing? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I am here pretty much to talk about furniture repair and the ins and outs and the tactics that we use and point out some of the violations regarding the credit bureaus that can help you eliminate your bad debt so you won't come back very fast.
Yeah.
It's been very fast.
And see, she likes to get to the business, y'all.
Oh,
we told her to introduce herself. She's talking about credit repair.
Oh,
but we're going to try
right.
this again.
Okay.
Can you introduce yourself?
I know,
Get
right?
to the business.
Okay, well, once again, I'm from Chi-Town, Chicago, Illinois, South Side.
Yes.
And
Raven, Chicago. We got a young lady that's opening a bookstore. I'd love to introduce y'all. She's from Chicago.
From South Side. So I came from Illinois, and back then I was doing a mortgage talk show called Mortgage Talk, and where we were, helping people in the credit industry and how to build credit and remove bad debt and things of that nature. So to make a long story short, then I jumped into the car industry with AutoNation, where I was a representative for Volvo, Audi, Jaguar, and Land Rover. And I hated it when the people were making money and they came in and they had bad credit. So they can't walk out with the vehicles that they desire.
Yeah.
So then to fast forward, then I got into mortgages, being a loan officer, things like that. So it was the same scenario that I was coming in contact with people. I don't want to say bad credit. I want to say challenged credit, because life happens to a whole lot of people. So in doing that, I myself ended up in that situation. So what I did was I paid somebody, to repair my credit. And what they did was they took my money. Did y'all hear that part? With my good eye.
Yeah,
they took my money.
I like that slogan right there.
Yeah.
So
they didn't do nothing.
Right. We're gonna get into everything that she does, man. And so for the people that know me and follow me, you can already understand the connection. The car business, mortgage business. We had long conversation about a bunch of different things, and she is just packed with a bunch of information. So we're gonna try to get this to go where we're getting a bunch of information. But I mean, you definitely want to get connected with her and get a consultation or whatever. One of our listeners, what's going on, Juanita? She said, you're right about that. They took my money too. We hate to hear that, but we're here to give you the information that you need, and hopefully, for those of you who haven't really been worried about your credit, not really understanding your credit, you'll leave here with some information, but you don't have to just leave it here. You definitely can contact her and, go further with the situation. So what I'd like to do, Ms. Donna, is talk about, I guess, a little bit of your background. Like you already said, you were in the car business, you dealt in the mortgage business, but kind of the journey from where you were to what made you come back into the credit.
Well, once again, the journey that I just went over, what made me get back into it is I fell into a situation once again. Yeah, me. That's right. The one who do the credit repair. I fell back into a situation, but I didn't want to pay someone to do my credit again. So what I did was I did my due diligence, did my research, took the class, things of that nature. And because the laws have changed so much now I wanted to be a good service and do my part and to help educate people, saying, hey, first of all, you can do your credit your own. I mean, you can fix your credit yourself, but also to educate you along the way. So when a person comes to me, I not only remove the bad debt, but I help educate them. So if they fall into a situation again in the future, now you know how to repair your own credit, because I'm going to give you the tools. I'm going to tell you the tools and the tactics that I use. I'm going to show you the inconsistencies, the inaccuracies, and things of that nature, so you can move forward. So somebody won't have to scam you. You don't have to go to any of these other well-known places, which I will not mention, that tells you, hey, you can start out with a very, very, very small amount, and then over time you end up paying them $1,500, $2,000 to find out that there was a debt collector, and they never even did what they said that they were going to do. Over here, I'm a woman of integrity. I'm a woman of morals, and because I was the victim of my money being taken, I never wanted to be that person. So I have amazing staff. I help, like I said, educate you along the way and help you, get back on that 750 record that we are all striving to be.
So let me say this.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Get you into the status and the credit tier that you want to be in is of course should be everybody's goal. One of the things I did talk about is like what makes you worthy. You kind of mentioned it. Because people that have never seen you, they're like, okay, another person doing credit, blah blah blah.
Exactly.
So what are some of the things you've done? I heard you mention that you took the courses and you got certified, laws changed, and so speak on that a little bit. Like, give us the information of what you've been through and how often do you have to do what they call the continued education?
Well, it depends on as the laws are changing. They'll send you something. They'll let you know. Just like in real estate, you always have to do continual education and other things. It'll let you know, hey, you have to take classes. Just like when I was certified for domestic violence, a domestic violence advocate, you always every year have to take different classes and things of that nature. But that's a whole nother story.
Gotcha.
When you're providing services, when you're providing services and things of that nature for other people. But you have to be licensed, you have to be bonded, you have to be, you have to be insured, you have to be accredited, things of that nature. And you also have to have somebody. You can have all of those things, but a person might not like you. And the whole thing is, I'm very likable. Matter of fact, I'm lovable, y'all.
Yes, absolutely.
And not only that, I'm going to direct you in the way that you need to go. I'm going to, once again, I always say, teach you the ins and the outs of how to continue to have great success regarding your credit.
Right.
And I'm gonna come. Look at me, y'all. I'm going to teach you. I'm going to show you. I'm going to tell you the ins and the outs while we are on the phone and I am looking at your credit report. I'm going to tell you, hey, these are all the inaccuracies. Did you know this is a violation? Did you know this is a violation? Did you know you can get this off easy? And like a lot of people, they always say, oh, you can't remove child support. I can. Don't get mad. Don't throw tomatoes because you're going to say, why you want to remove child support? He owes. But what about the people who have already paid their child support past due payments, but it's still on there? Right. They don't want that to be a stigma for them. So you can get it removed, just like a person with a repossession. Well, I can't get another car. Yes, you can with me.
So look, let's do this. She done brought her notes, so I'm gonna give you. You trying to speed through it. You trying to speed through it. We're not doing that.
But what I'm saying is, it's so much to talk about. It's
so
hours and hours and hours. And I keep coming back around. So I want to talk about you. Like, tell me about this, Donna. I'm sorry if I'm not going in order like I'm supposed to.
You good. Like I told y'all, she's jam packed.
It is so much
jam packed to talk about.
So you can teach hours and hours and hours, and they're gonna say, well, why she ain't say about this? Why she ain't teach about that? Why she ain't? I was like, I was trying to, but y'all cut me off.
Right. So we're gonna have people follow up with you definitely, but you got the floor. Like, what are some points that you want to talk about for people to understand some ins and outs of what the credit repair part is about?
Well,
look at your notes too if you need to.
No, this is just to keep me on.
No, I know. I got
Don't be looking at my notes. Don't be looking at my good notes.
What's going on, cuz? Good morning.
Okay, so the one thing that I will say, I don't know if it's a whole lot of you know, but have you ever pulled your credit report? I always recommend to go to Identity IQ, which that's what I use. It's one of the best out there. And what you will do is you will look at TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. Anything that is different across the board is called an inaccuracy. So if you have a student loan and you want to remove that, anything inaccurate can be removed. And I do not recommend, which a whole lot of other people, what they do is they use templates. Why would you do that? I understand if you don't know how to formulate a letter or do any of those things, you want to use it. That's what people use. They use a template. But that is a sure way of getting you, that's verified. Because what they're going to do is they're going to take that letter and compare it to other letters that has been sent in, and they're going to send it back to you saying that the information has never been verified and they have never did an independent investigation. So what you want to do is find factual information that is inaccurate on your credit report, and then you do a a letter based around everything that I just explained to get it removed. Also, what a lot of people don't understand that in the payment history section, like a credit card or something like that, and it's been a charge off or a collection, and it says CO all the way across the page. Well, that is a violation. They can't continue every month to do a charge off on a closed account. So what you do is you formulate a factual based dispute letter. Those are very important. And you have to know how to write it. You have to know how to point out the inaccuracies, point out the violations for it to be removed. Otherwise, you're going to go one letter after another letter after another letter. Then after all of a sudden, you're going to be all upset. You're going to be mad. And then you're going to say, oh, forget it. I'll just wait. No, what you're going to do, you're going to call me and I'm going to do the work for you. And I'm going to teach you and I'm going to show you everything that I'm doing along the way. I'm going to, if you need the letters that we are sending out, we give you all that information. We don't have anything to hide over here because we are about educating you and providing you excellent service. So if you are ready to go from extraordinary credit, from ordinary credit, then you want to you want to come from ordinary to extraordinary, which is my slogan. Yeah. Then you need to come over here because we are educating, we are impacting, we are empowering, we are doing it all over here.
That's what's up, and you're teaching them along the way. So, and of course, I know the answers to the questions, but we have to ask the people: Are you working on one, two, or all of the credit bureaus at a time?
We simultaneously, all three. All three. We work on all three at one time. I mean, we recently had a person remove like an eviction and a repo at the same time last month, where she was crying. She was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you removed this $8,000 and something eviction. It could never be done. I went and I paid other people, and she came to me, and it was done." Yeah. And presently, I removed 2 people's bankruptcies, and once again, identity IQ is the key. When you look at identity IQ, they had different reference numbers. That's important. If the reference numbers are different, that's inaccurate. It can be removed. If the file date is different on all 3 bureaus, it can be removed. Once again, the key for all of your debt, if it's inaccurate, it can be removed. You have to know exactly what you're doing. You have to know how to formulate the letter properly, and you have to use the tactics that are violations that the bureau cannot, do against the right.
And so, when you said if they're inaccurate, you actually are saying it can't show one thing on one bureau, show something else on another one, exactly. And all of that. They have to be consistent,
right? Because if it's
they don't have the power to show whatever they want. They all have to be the same.
It has to be. Okay. And just like if it's one furniture, if they are reporting, just say for instance, if they're reporting to TransUnion and Equifax, well, TransUnion and Equifax have to have the exact same thing. Mm-hmm. It can't have the last. It can't say that my balance is this over here and I don't owe a balance over here. It's inaccurate. Right. And it can't say you opened up my credit, you gave me a credit line for 500 here, but over here it says 0. Mm-hmm. It's inaccurate. Right. So it's a lot of things like that, that you can get things removed, which a lot of people don't understand. Inaccuracy is the key.
Yeah. So also Instagram maybe not so much, but put your comments in there. We'll try to get to those. But everybody that's on Facebook and YouTube, if you have any comments, any questions that you want to be asked, we'll try to get to them, put them up in the comments. So I have questions, right? And this is just to move the flow along. And we're going to also bring our girl back in just a moment to spit another piece for us. But my question would be, you talked about like the child support and the evictions and all of this. A lot of people feel like they can't get those removed. I want you to talk a little bit about that. And then also, I'm drawing a blank on the other part of my question. So go with that, and then it'll come back to me.
It's the same thing regarding how to get it removed. When 9 times out of 10, when the courts they're filing, it doesn't come. They always have the date open wrong, like the date they filed it and things like that. They'll have it correct on 2 bureaus, but have it incorrect on the third.
On the third, yeah.
And then sometimes all of them, it might be fine, but they might have the case number wrong. Or they might have, a number off.
Right.
It's inaccurate.
Right.
It has to come off.
Okay.
And it's the same thing regarding like the repossession. I had a client where TransUnion and Equifax was saying that they owed a past due or a balance of $5,000 and something like that, where the third one said that they owed $2,000 something. Well, which one is it?
Mm-hmm.
That is inaccurate.
Gotcha.
Also, a collection cannot show a past due balance. It has to be
collection. It's a collection. It's charged off
by default.
Right.
By default is past due, so
Right.
it has to show zero balance. If it shows a dollar amount, that's a
violation.
That's a violation.
It can be removed.
It can be removed.
Yeah.
But this is what they call factual-based disputes. You have to dispute the fact. You can't say, this is not mine. This is not mine. I didn't do it. Yes, you did.
Yeah, you did.
And they gonna come back verified.
Yeah, verified.
You did that. Those they love those.
So you go around. There's other ways to go around. Like my mama say, she watches more than one way to skin a cat, right?
Yeah, exactly. So to make a long story short, there's so many ways in removing bad debt, and what we try to do is it is possible for you to have 80 points or 100 points within 30 to 45 days. People like, that's impossible. No, it's not.
Not with Miss Donna Mingo.
No, and I'm not just telling you guys something so y'all can blow my phone up and ring it and all that stuff. I'm telling you, this is what we do, and and if you decide to do it yourself, I recommend that you do not put more than 10 to 12 items on one letter. And
what's the point behind that?
Because when you have so much, it runs a risk of them saying it's verified. And then you also want to staple. Staple is the key. Get you a good stapler. Because they can't say, it's been verified. No, you're going to have to undo that staple. And you're going to have to
go through it.
Right. You're going to have to submit my information. So that is also another way of proceeding forward.
These are simple little tricks that you got going on here, but it's knowledgeable.
Yes, but then it's also, I do not also recommend how a lot of people, they go online and, all the different bureaus, and if they dispute online now, of course, that's what they want you to do, because you are waiving your rights. You're telling them that you're giving them 72 hours to do an investigation. How? How are they going to do that? What they're going to do is they're going to go through eOscar. An eOscar system is how the credit bureaus communicate with you based upon what you say is wrong. It's coded. And what they're going to do is, submit it over to the company. The company is going to look in their computer. They'll be like, yeah, they owe us. They owe us. Listen me back. Yeah, they owe us. And then next thing you know, you'll get that letter. Oh, it's verified. They said that you owe them. You can't do a factual-based dispute letter like that.
Right.
So that's why I always say dispute
it's
everything.
It's best to just come to you, an expert that knows what they're doing.
Right.
So one of the questions,
so I can educate y'all, and then y'all can leave a message on here and say, "Oh my God,
it works.
She was true." Right. Yes, girl.
So we have a question. It says, and this is from my mother. She says, "What's the time frame to be expected for a removal, or does it depend from one situation to another?"
Now, that is a great question. Now,
Good job, Mom.
Good job. Well, when you say expect for the removal in the process of the credit repair, okay, well, we always say, 3 to 6 months realistically, because if a person comes to us, like I have a client, she got about 60, well, anyway. No, life happens. You just never know. This is a woman, a millionaire, and they got a lot of stuff. Right. But it took, I know the first 30 to 45 days, she had 2 pages deleted. And she was like, I can't believe it. And I was like, yeah, I know. I can't believe it either because I got 40 more pages to
go. Made my life easier.
Right. But what I'm saying is I get excited when that happens. But it usually takes typically 3 to 6 months if we're working on a large file.
Right.
But you'll see results within the first 30 to 45 days.
Okay.
And then when you do the hard inquiries, people say, I can't get those off. With me, you can.
Yeah.
And I say that where they can be removed within 72 hours or less. And what I usually tell them is you call, are y'all listening? Hear me now. When you call Experian, right? You ask for the fraud department or the special agent department. Then you hit option 2, and then you say, I want the fraud department or the special agent department. And they're going to say, this is this department. And you're going to say, hey, I got all these hard inquiries. Make sure you have those hard inquiries in front of you, right? And say, I have these hard inquiries. See, I should be telling this story, but this part of it. But you need to let them know I have these hard inquiries in front of me. I did not do this. I did not give this company authorized. What you do not do is to dispute the hard inquiries for open accounts because it runs the risk of closing the account. But what you want to do is dispute the hard inquiries. Tell them, I didn't do this. I don't know how they got my information. I want this removed. And they're going to say, did you call the police department? No. Your website does not require me to call the police department. It required me to call and dispute it with you. So that's what I'm doing. How do I know you didn't do it? How do I know you ain't selling my information? And they'd be like, oh my God, let me get her off the phone.
You know what she's talking about.
Right. So what is the first one now? And then you give them all those hard inquiries. They're going to tell you it's going to take 72 hours to investigate.
I'll wait.
Actually, when they tell you 72 hours, but within 2 to 3 hours, they're going to send you something saying that all those hard inquiries were deleted.
Man. So we're going to put a pin in it right there, right? This is some amazing information already. There's more to come. What I want to do is play a video from an organization, again, the World Youth Foundation, and give you guys a sneak peek at what we do with our YIP Saturdays. And this is the type of information that we provide to our kids. So imagine if you had this information at a much younger age. We'd be doing a whole lot better. So definitely big shouts out to the World Youth Foundation and all the wonderful things that we do over there. So we'll just play this video right quick, and we're going to come back with our poet for another piece. All right. Welcome back. We appreciate all the information that we're hearing thus far. If you have comments, like I said, put them in the comments, and we will.
That's true.
Okay, we're gonna come back to that one. But right now, we want to bring back the beautiful Beast and let her spit for us. So we will give you the floor, young lady.
So this one is okay. So this one is my very first vulnerable piece.
Y'all right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I don't like to be vulnerable, but you got to do it when you're a poet. This one is called "You Don't Know Me." For color girls, you don't know me. You just thought you knew. Well, I'm not saying the transparency, the vulnerable, the I just need to vent conversations wasn't truthful, but you don't know me. You don't know how many tears were blocked by these eyelids. You don't know the constant battle that I've been fighting with fear, past trauma, and anxiety. That's why I have 3 personalities. You don't know the aggression protects me. The bearing that you see is the mind blurring my vision, answers to my life questions, while most don't know how to approach me. Now, I'm sorry for making it hard to love me, PTSD. I can't tell the past from the present. Don't talk to me about sacrifices. You don't know I've been living a double life. Allowing you to see what I allow you to see purposely, the main organ that keeps my brain on constant repeat, overthinking, my bad, thinking. I don't know how many heartstrings that are left hanging. You see, me to be is perceived toxic, too dramatic, too extra. Well, this newspaper, you would never understand the words. You don't know I hindered me. Ever been intimidated by your own reflection? Well, this poem is a testament. See, you don't know me being called mature, but internally feeling like a little girl. Somebody tell me what this means. Does this mean that I'm hiding from the little girl in me, or is it just now the little girl in me now connected to the woman in me? Somebody tell me what this means. You don't know that I identify myself as a writer before I'm a poet. And see, the way I think, I had to place both feet in front of the door. I just had to be the one to close it. Take the key away and throw it. Start walking and stay focused and stay aligned with my gift, because I am the one he has chosen. You see, in my OG stage, I finally accepted my own beauty. And what y'all now see is me finally loving me. See, I'm a grown-ass woman. Don't question me. I'm tired of explaining me. See, words today hold no weight. And my actions will utter every word never conveyed. My daily motto motivation is your intuition will never lead you to the thoughts of, but will lead you to the need to know. And I now see the beauty in every messed up situation. And now y'all just have the basics, because you don't know me.
All right.
Hey. Thank you.
Once again, really dope piece.
Thank you.
Appreciate you being here. So guys, put it in the comments. Let us know what you think, or go to her IG, as you can see at the bottom of the screen. Follow her on Facebook, and just let her know what you think. We appreciate everything that she's doing. You got people on here saying snap, snap, and snaps.
Thank you.
So you're definitely doing an awesome job. We're gonna bring her back one more time at the end of the show. We're gonna jump back into what we're talking about, Ms. Donna Mingo, but that was the beautiful beast. She has her information scrolling down at the bottom of the screen. If you miss it now, we will be putting it back up. But we're going to get back into this conversation with Ms. Mingo on credit and all the things that you can do to help yourself improve your credit. So we have a comment that we want to address right quick. And we appreciate you guys tapping in and putting these comments up. Where are we at? Right here.
Right here.
So big shouts out to Ms. Patrice James. She says, I've been told credit repair services aren't allowed in Georgia. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay.
But it's not allowed, but people do it. Trust me, I know.
Okay.
But I'm in Texas.
Right. So you can help her here?
Absolutely. We help people in different states, yes.
Gotcha. So I hope that helps you.
Yeah. And then I will be coming out with a do-it-yourself credit repair package, where if a person wants to do credit repair themselves and have a side business, side hustle, or if they want to know how to do it themselves.
Gotcha.
I just want them to be aware that it is a process. You have to be diligent. You have to be patient, and you just have to, be consistent.
Right.
And I'm going to have like the letters, it's going to be physical dispute letters that they can use, like a different ones for repossessions, for charge-offs, for collections, for medical. What else? What else is out there? Credit cards. I mean, it's just different type of ways and different type of scenarios and things like that. But I'm going to have all of that, in the do-it-yourself package.
Okay. And do you have a time frame on when people can expect that?
Yes, within a month.
Within a month. Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be coming out within a month.
Gotcha.
But I don't want you to look at me.
You say look at me.
My good eye.
With the good eye.
Right, the good eye. I do not recommend, and I will say this. I mean, to get the package and it just sits there. Or you can say, I purchased back, I'm through my credit, and then next thing you know, you do nothing with it. And you be like most of us who purchase something because it's a feeling, it's emotion, and then you don't do anything with it. Or you purchase the package and then you start, but you don't like the long process, and then you give up because you didn't just spend your money. You just wasted your money. It's just like giving your money to that person who doesn't work on your credit. Or once again, you can reach me and I can tell you what I'm doing, show you what I'm doing, and tell you the rules and the guidelines, just like what I said in the beginning, and we'll do it for you because we're built for that. We Teflon strong over here.
Okay. Not Ford tough, but Teflon strong. That's what's up. That's what's up. So I actually was thinking about what I wanted to ask you, and so one of those things was, what is there a you were talking about the disputes like 3 to 6 months. Is there a typical time frame of when you start seeing changes, or is there just a case by case type of situation? Is what I wanted to ask.
Well, it is case by case, but typically, normally, it usually takes. We say 30 to 45 days. The reason being because from the time that we send the letters off, and the credit bureau, not the time it goes in the mailbox, the time they receive it, log it in. At that point, they have 30 days to respond to your letter. So they can wait all the way up to the 30th day. And then you'll receive that letter in the mail. So that's why we always say 30 to 45 days, and then you'll start seeing things removed off of there. What is remaining, then we go to the next violation or the next inaccuracy, and then we create a dispute letter for that. You see what I mean? Gotcha. Because sometimes they'll say, "Oh, we verified this." How?
So this is my question.
I gave you that information,
right.
And I told you, but sometimes it's a process. That's why you go to letter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Gotcha.
When you get to the 5th letter, it's like, okay, now I'm about to send you to the Federal Trade Commission. I'm about to file a complaint. You got up to $1,000 that you could sue them, and you put all of that in the letter. At that time, they like, okay, you know what? We just gonna remove it. No, you should have did that the first 3, 4 letters.
Right. And so that's one of my questions, right? Also, with the 30 to 45 days, they have to respond. What happens if or I guess the question would be, is there cases where they don't get to a dispute within the 30 to 45 days? And then if they haven't even got to it, what happens, for it to come off if they haven't responded or they haven't looked at it?
That's when you go to a second letter.
Okay, that's the second letter, the phases of that.
Exactly. Okay.
So there are cases where they don't reply.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
And then in some cases where they'll send you a stall letter, is what it's called. When they'll send you a letter, they sent you sent the information to them. They'll send you something back saying, we do not have the correct documents or things of that nature, like your ID or something like that. It's called stall letters, where they're stalling, to give them some more time. And then the next, within a few days, you got the results. And it's like, but you just sent me this letter.
Yeah.
Stating that you didn't get that information.
Right.
You block it. No.
you be getting on them. I understand that.
Right.
So, in the process, so number one, I know that somebody's thinking about this, right? And it's just all about the little validation thing I do. How long have you been doing credit and working on people's credit?
Okay. Well, we're going to say years ago.
Years ago.
Man,
you know what? Black don't crack, man. Don't tell people how old you are. You just told everybody else.
Really? And then y'all better not call me and say, she looks 53.
Young lady is 53 years old. Black don't crack.
Oh, my goodness. Yes, I'm 53 years old.
That's what's up.
I started once again when I was in Illinois, and when we was in our business, and then went, the mortgages, and then the car business. So that's when I was doing the Mortgage Talk radio show with State Farm and all of that. And that's when we were doing the credit repair. So I launched out and, need a break, because sometimes you need a break. You need a break from looking at all those numbers and doing all of that. And my credit, and it didn't move. And I don't know what you're talking about. And then all of a sudden I get that call. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
And
then
I'm
my
like
mom
this.
says, "Bless you, Ms. Mingo, for your patience and passion." All that sounds like a headache to prepare and process. Mama ain't trying to have it.
But you know what? It is a process, but when you have been doing it for so long, and then when you want your delight is helping people, you know, that right there is my focus. Is how can I am not gonna cry over here, right?
Do what you got.
How can I help the people? How can I change somebody's life? How can I make a difference in somebody's life? Because me being a mother of five grown people, during that time they were children when they took my money. So it wasn't like, you know, I had some money given up when I had five grown, well, they 5 grown people now. I don't want anyone to experience what I went through. And what I try to do is be a woman of integrity at all points, all times. Also, you know, to help people. My passion is helping people, you know, and also to challenge them to be a better them or a better person, you know, because your credit is everything, just like your word and your name should be everything. So that's
look at that word, Mama, integrity. That's a word right there, integrity.
So that is me. So then I took a break and I worked on my passion. My passion is my clothing, you know, designer and all of that. So I started working on that. Had this boutique, it was fly, awesome thing. Yes, that is my passion. And I went through a bad divorce. Like I know some of y'all give me a shout out if you. There's life after divorce. Life after divorce.
Ladies. I'm in here, fellas. Y'all get on here. I'm in here with 3 women.
You want me to go slow? There is life after a divorce. Right. So when you go through that, it's either A, you either file for bankruptcy, or B, you stuck with all his debt that he made you sign. Oh, what? He made you sign for? No, I'm just saying. But what I'm saying,
humor too, you guys.
What I'm saying is, you're stuck with all of the debt, and now you're digging yourself out of a hole. You know what I mean? So you're trying to maintain, but you're digging yourself out of this hole. Or some people just say, okay, well, I can't get nothing anyway. Let me just hold on to what I have. And that's when I was at that point of, I need to start working on my credit. I need to start rebuilding myself. I'm not going to pay somebody else to do it because they took my money the first time. I'm not going to allow you to take my money the second time. So once again, I educated myself. I did the classes. I did everything. And then I just started working on my credit and the numbers started falling off. I was like, oh my gosh, it worked. It works what they say. I always make myself the guinea pig before I, you know, try it on my clients. And it just started working and the numbers started falling off. And then I had one of my sons. He didn't really have much because they always paid for everything cash, but he had a few deals on there. And I was like, let me do you.
Yeah. There's 2 points that you just made, and I want you to go into this one first. The theory of no credit, you might have a score, might not have a score, whatever. What do you suggest for those people? And then I have another question I want you to kind of speak on with the divorce side. So if I have no credit, I'm just getting started, the younger people, the older people, because we see everything in the car business, you know. Yeah. People that are 53 coming in, they ain't got no credit, you know what I'm saying? So what do you say to those people? Look how she looking. You're looking good. No. What do you say to those people?
If you don't have any
how do they get started?
If you don't have any credit, I recommend that you start out getting a credit card. Mm-hmm. And then pay on time. Say it with me. I know y'all hear me. On time. And not go and get multiple credit cards, because a lot of people, they apply for credit cards and they get approved for one, and then all of a sudden, ooh, I'm doing good. Then you go and apply for all these other cards and then they deny you. Now you have gotten all of those hard inquiries. Mm-hmm. Why would you do that to yourself? You want to apply for a credit card, and then you want to pay on time, and you're building now. Now your risk factor, which was a minimum, right? Mm-hmm. And now you're
all you no credit people that's trying to get started. What you tell them? Look at me. Say it again. Tell them. Look at you. Listen to me. Whatever. She's gonna give y'all some good game right here.
Pay all the time.
Exactly.
And once you do that, after you're paying on time, your credit card people every 3 to 6 months, based upon how you are paying, and they usually raise your credit card utilization, right? Your limit, not utilization, your limit. They usually raise it without you even, inquiring, right? They'll be like, hey, you've been paying on time, you've been good. We're gonna raise it. And people be like, yes, I'm gonna get that Louis Vuitton first. Why? Why are you gonna do that to yourself? What you need to do, what you need to do, Mama Stephanie, you need to put that money in some stocks. You need to put your money in a savings, and some investment. That's all I gotta say about that. Yeah. That's a whole nother story. Yeah, I can talk about that.
They gotta call you for that.
That's what I said. I didn't say I was gonna call. I just said that's a whole nother story. Rainy day. Snow, blizzard, I'll just say.
Yeah. And so also, Ms. Patrice, she just said Amex raised her limit, and we're glad we were able to, we saw that you said that the answers earlier to your question helped you out. So glad you got that information. The next thing I wanted to do, because watching my mom go through her divorce, she actually did a great job with hers. So my thing is, what advice would you give to people in regards to going through credit, like you say, being left with the other person's debt? Because actually, my mom could probably speak to this, but she was and always has been the person to control the money, right? But they were able to have a great financial split, meaning once they left each other, everything was paid off, and they were able to still have money on both sides. So, yes, go ahead.
No,
that's all I was going to say.
But in my, I had 3 houses.
No, that's fine.
You know what I mean?
In regards to,
but I had a whole lot of debt.
No.
When his name was on it, I was like, Finger Turner. I want my name back.
Is what I'm saying.
I don't want my name on none of your stuff.
What tips would you give to people? That's what we're talking about. What tips would you give to those folks?
Well, if they just continue to, I reckon this is just me.
Absolutely.
If my name is on my ex, we have joint accounts, joint credit cards, things of that nature. I recommend closing the accounts that I have with my ex, because if he's using it, you're still on a joint account. You're still responsible, and that's what a lot of people also go through when they are on, mortgages with each other, and then in the paperwork it says, okay, well, they were awarded the house, and then all of a sudden the house going foreclosure. You're still responsible for that. So what I recommend is that person refinance that home into their name. Right. So they are solely responsible. We get those type of, as a matter of fact, I have a client right now who is going through that. Wow. And I'm in the process now of removing that debt, because it's a hindrance for her moving forward and getting her home now. So I'm in the process of removing it because, once again, identity IQ is the way to go. I have found the inaccuracies, not only one, like 5, where we can physically remove that debt away from her, and she'll be building a home, I believe, in January.
Mom is active this morning. She say, yes, shut all accounts down.
Right, exactly. Yes.
And that's exactly what she did.
Right.
And this goes into another topic, but what that speaks to is, even though you're going through a divorce, you have to be amicable enough to handle your business, so that way you can't get to that point where you don't have to talk no more. So that's a huge part.
And you can still be a friend, but see, at that time, I had a high credit score. I had paid all my bills on time with my 5 kids, with my 5 kids. Yeah. But when we were going through a divorce, you couldn't pay all those bills because it went from 2 incomes to 1. So I had to learn the hard way. I had to learn young. And we're talking about 5 kids. I'm talking about 5 kids, 17 years with this man from age 15 to 32. So that's 17 years of building.
She's getting some hallelujah and amens up in here from our studio audience.
I'm just saying, this ain't no, we had 5 kids and it was 5, 6, 7 years and he left. No, 17 years of building. So, yes.
We're going to get off that, folks. It goes into a whole nother conversation.
Everybody like, yes, girl,
we're not divorce counseling in here, but we're trying to get tips on how to handle it.
But I'm just talking about my situation.
No, I understand. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, it's part of the conversation, and that's why I wanted to bring it up.
It was.
Yeah, and I think the takeaway from that, like my mom said, is just be amicable enough where you can shut all the accounts down.
Yeah, you
refinance
need
the
to.
home,
you definitely need
refinance the cars, and that actually helped with the divorce process because people are always fighting over who's gonna get what. You know what I'm saying?
I have a gentleman right now going through that where he's going through the divorce. He ran off all the credit cards.
Right.
He's like, I'm trying to get out.
Yeah.
So he started paying. Okay. And I get people who come to me, oh, it's just a little bit on there. I just go ahead and pay that. I said, no, you won't. It was like, what you mean? Yeah. What you mean? What you mean? You come to me to remove your bad debt. Why are you gonna pay?
Mm-hmm.
Right. I said when you're at that point after we've been going back and forth, and it's just to the point to where they just not budging. It's just not gonna happen. Right. Because sometimes you get that.
Right.
Then what you do is instead of paying the debt, you call them and you ask for a deletion letter, a pay to delete.
Okay.
Because a lot of people will negotiate, and negotiation is the key. You always negotiate low, and you tell them, hey, how much would it cost for you to delete this off of my credit file? Mm. They'll tell you.
Mm.
And you never provide them with your checking account information, your credit card, or anything like that over the phone. You always do everything in certified mail, cashier's check, money order, and they're going to send you a contract.
Now, we're done. Why would we do that? I know the answer, but for the audience, why would I not give my information over the phone if I'm trying to be done with it?
Because what they're going to do is they can put you on the hook for the whole amount, and they can take the whole amount out of your account. And still, you have no contract. Absolutely. You didn't pay for that large amount.
Right.
For what?
Right.
Yeah, you never want to do that.
Now, I actually never heard of that. So that's actually for a deletion letter and ask them what amount it'll take for them to delete it off.
Right, like they
versus to settle it. There's a difference between deletion and selling it.
Right, because you settling your account, you can sell it for a small amount. They give you those letters, they send them in the mail,
and it's still on the credit.
Yeah, it's still going to be on your credit.
Right. Go ahead.
So when they ask for the deletion, right? Do you ever have cases where they have to pay the full amount?
You usually negotiate. That's the amount that they tell you, right? Because they're trying to get as much as they want. Right. But you'll tell them, hey, I can't afford that. I can't pay that, but I can pay this. And they'll say, okay. Well, because we want something, then nothing. And what they're going to do is they're going to settle for the amount, that you guys agreed upon. Okay. But even settling, that's fine. But you always want pay for deletion. You definitely want it deleted off of there, because what you're going to do is going to show, okay, it's paid, but it's still like bad because we went into collection.
Right.
Yeah. And so, out of respect of time, we're going to get our last piece from our poet. But the question I want to ask, and you can just think about it, is can one bureau delete something and the other one refuse to delete it? Can that happen? That's kind of what I want to get back into, and then I have a couple other questions. And so, guys, we're going to get into our last piece from our poet. If you have any other questions, put them up in the chat, and we're going to try to get to them. But you guys know, man, credit is a big, big, big thing, and we can never talk enough about it. So definitely follow her. You see her information there on the screen, the phone number, and we will also be putting up the website and stuff too. So you definitely want to get with Elite Platinum Credit Repair with Miss Donna Mingo. But right now we're going to get back to our young lady that is live here in the studio and let her go into her next piece.
Okay, guys. This last piece, again, I have a show coming up October 22nd is Puff Puff Poetry. This is the first poem I spit there, so I have to give them their love. It's called I'm So Dope. So this is kind of sort of like a motivational piece. I'm so dope, I choke on my own self-loving me. My contact thoughts to have you realize things that you haven't even realized yet. But you took me as a joke. Bet, peep, note, silent and listen have the same letters in it after you scrabble it. Concept is that your mindset has to first be in reset mode, or you're going to forever be repeating the same cycle. This is not a game. If you know, then you know. For those who are woke, if you're not, then you're gonna forever be sleeping on my quote. Just make sure that you tag the beautiful beast, though. I'm so dope. My symbol be a rope. I'm beautiful to the eye, but my thorns gonna bleed you, though. I said this. I am not an average flower. I'm so dope. Matrix people don't even bother me no more. I mean, I care. I just don't care, though. There's a difference between them both. I learned to not take things personal, just let things flow, because at the end of the day, it's y'all, not me. Because now my pain be the shooting range, my mouth be the Glock 45, my words be the bullets, and granted, I'm not a pro yet, but I'm nice, though. No matter what my words say, I promise you, I will hit your soul. I'm so dope. I am the generation root that water grew through. Seed, named the prodigy of a poetry queen. See, yes, I was a twin, but unfortunately the other one died and I popped out. See, mama, I love you, but sometimes I love women too. And men just have to attract my authentic eye. I'm sorry, this is me, not sorry. I'm so dope, I don't know what I'm doing. I just tend to put one foot in front of the other, and it led me to poetry. I'm so dope. Damn it, I love me. And I don't care who likes it, friends nor family. I'm so dope. Yeah, I'm not no Kevin Gates, but I got a couple of real ones around me. I'm so dope. Tell them that the beauty said it. Respectfully. Me and him got this. Please, trust me.
All right.
Thank you.
Young lady, you're amazing.
Thank you.
I'm excited about having you as part of the show.
Thank you.
Last Friday Poetry Night. Family, you are doing some amazing things, man. So let's go to the comments really quick. Like, people are really loving what you're doing.
Thank y'all.
So if you want to see her live and in action, I got to put it up again right here, right now. You definitely want to come out to the Poetry Night.
You're going to want to. You're going to want to.
Yes. And I would have to say, big shout out to my girl, Poetry Live, man. I appreciate you pouring into this young lady and giving her the confidence that she needs. And giving her the name, all of that.
All of that.
And you're not the first person. Big shout out to Bella Speaker, man. She brought Poetry Live to the set and found out she was a mentor for her. So, keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
The beautiful beast, man, you have done an amazing job.
Thank you so much.
With us today, filling up all the poetry spots. So, to all my other poets that are part of the family, even if you're not part of the family, if you want to come and spit on the show, we got 3 segments that you can feel.
The vibe is dope. The vibe is so dope.
Absolutely. So go ahead, you got the floor. Go ahead, tell everybody about the events that you have coming up, how to follow you. You got the phone at the bottom of the screen. Just anything that you want to leave with our people.
Okay, guys. So again, I have Puff Puff Poetry. It is round 2. It's an all-black affair. If you follow me, he has my IG on the bottom. I have that link in there. It's called Puff Puff Poetry. It's an all-black affair. You do not want to miss that. October 29th, I have the last Friday Poetry Night. I'm excited for that. That link is in my bio as well. November 13th, I have a tag team poetry. We have not made that flyer yet. So November 14th, again, I'm keeping that one a secret. It's a real big show, so I'm going to keep it silent for right now. November 20th, this young lady, her name is Jada Luciano. She made a goal this year to do 50 shows, and that day will be her 50th show, and she asked me to speak. So I'm definitely excited and thankful that she asked me to sit there.
Jada, she's part of the last Friday.
Yeah.
So, what's the date on that one?
That is November 20th.
Okay.
I'm excited for that. Yeah, guys, I got a lot of things coming up silently, but just this is a journey for me, and I just started, and it hasn't even been a year yet. So I just want to thank you for having me here. It was a great experience. He kind of popped my podcast cherry, so it's amazing for me. I love it. But yeah, guys, anything new coming up, you can definitely follow me. I'm more active on my IG, so you can definitely follow me there. Yeah. It was great.
We appreciate you, sister.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here, man, and keep doing what you're doing.
Thank
keep
you so much.
Forward and moving in your purpose.
Thank you so much.
Definitely appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yeah. So again, man, y'all go and follow. We're gonna take the link down in just a second. I'll leave it rolling for a little bit. You can go and follow Miss Devin, the beautiful beast, her stage name, and check her out and find out everything that she's doing with her journey on IG. She's definitely active. And again, come and see her October 29th at our show, The Reach Podcast, last Friday's Poetry Night. It's gonna be a really, really, really dope event. You guys don't want to miss it, man. I mean, I'm not even gonna tell y'all what's going on because if you're not there, you just ain't gonna get it. You know. So be there. I'm telling you, if you happen to be at the first show that we did at the Black Store, it's that times probably about 10. So make sure you get there. So again, thank the beautiful Beast for being part of this show. Due to time, we want to kind of get a little bit more nuggets from our special guest this morning, Ms. Donna Mingo. Again, I appreciate you being here. So talking about
what did you ask?
Yeah, so talking about back to the credit as far as talking to the Beast made me kind of forget what I was talking about. But one of the things was in regards to the bureaus, one bureau being able to delete versus another one not deleting. Is that a thing? Is that something that can happen? Okay.
Because there are 3 different instances.
Gotcha.
So one can delete something off of your credit bureau, and the other 2 it can remain. That's why you have to
just a little bit. No,
that's why you have to dispute. You have to continue to dispute with different letters. You can't dispute with the same letter saying the same thing. It has to be something different.
Mm-hmm.
And you continue to remove the information off of all 3 bureaus. But you have to dispute differently.
Gotcha.
That's why within the first 30, 45 days, you might see a lot of deletions off of like TransUnion, Equifax, and they remain on Experian. So you have to go out of Experian a different way and then dispute the remaining bad debt with the other bureaus. But you send out the letters at the exact same time.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Man, so what would you like to cover as the last topic? What would you want to give to the people? All this has been free, so what would you like to give them as a last note information before we get up out of here?
Well, I am working with Sterling McCall Actor, where you are from, with Daryl Babineau. He's helping a lot of people get into vehicles after I am clearing up their credit. He sells about 50 plus cars a month, and that is fast.
Yeah.
He's phenomenal. And I'm also dealing with a couple of realtors as well that once, we clean up your credit and you're desiring a home or refinance or something of that nature, we have a couple of people there. But I have a phenomenal special at this present time for couples. I'm offering, if they're listening to this podcast, I'm offering a buy one, get one half off, which that is unheard of special for couples.
Right.
And for singles, I'm even going to offer it for $600.
Wow.
Which normally is $1,500, $2,000, something like that. So that is my word. You won't have to call me and say you said, and I'm saying
they gonna save this and go back and play it. You said this.
No. Let's be clear. This special will end Monday. Y'all hear me? With my good eye. Monday.
Tuesday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. At the end of Monday, it ends, or Monday morning it ends. We gotta be specific. We want to make sure everybody knows.
Oh my God! I guess I'll do at the end of Monday.
Okay.
Right. So they'll give you a chance to call your sister, brother, mama, now. Even if it's somebody in another state and you're over here and you guys want to say, yeah, we're a couple.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Right. So, and you can also contact me at 832-271-0519. And once again, you can go to my website at Elite Platinum Credit Repair. The website is elite-platinum.com.
It's at the bottom of the screen. Y'all can see it.
832-271-0519. And if somebody says, why is it so cheap? Because we're on the podcast. Now, I can charge you $1,500. I'm just saying. But I'm going to do this for our people because it's a lot of people that's out of work.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people, you know, who lost their spouses and things of that nature. So that's another reason why I'm willing to give back. Because once again, it's not really all about the money, but it's all about helping our community, help building them.
Absolutely. Well, sister, I have enjoyed this conversation. I appreciate you.
Yay.
And it's my man, was it Mr. Clipper, right?
Yep.
John Clipper, man. Big shouts out to John Clipper. He got us connected.
Yeah.
So Ms. Ronnie and Michelle, our man has done it again. I appreciate you, brother. The Clip Project, he is strong in the community.
Yes, he is.
So John, I definitely wanted to give you your flowers on this one, bro. I appreciate you getting us connected because as you can see, the connection is going to take us to a bunch of different levels in everything that we're doing. So appreciate you humbly for making this connection. I appreciate you. This has been a great show, been some great information. So I hope you guys take what you've heard today, act on it, whether you're doing it yourself, call her, get the information you need, or allow her to do the information. Take it, do the credit repair, and take advantage of this special. So again, you got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. That's what my hand is? 5 days.
5.
You got 5 days.
5, Andy may eat the cake.
Absolutely. 5 days.
5 days.
Yeah, and so let me see. Mom is saying, and just know, good is going to give back to you 100-fold. Absolutely.
Amen.
And what you think you lost. So definitely. Appreciate everybody tuning in. If you have any other comments, as you can see, call the number that's scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Get connected to Ms. Donna, and also just be open and honest about what you have going on. She's gonna find out anyway.
I will.
You know, and
it's going down. It's going down.
Absolutely. You see the website now scrolling at the bottom of the screen. It is Ms. Donna Mingo with Elite Platinum Credit Repair. She has given you a lot of information to think on, digest, and actually makes you want to get more. So, you know, just give her a call, follow up with her, and she'll be having you singing praises to her services here in no time.
Y'all give me a reason. Instagram, Facebook, all of that. Y'all be like, she has to do more social media. No, that's why I have you to do all those good reviews.
Absolutely. And if you for all those people who is into the numbers and all of this, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you go to her Instagram, you're gonna see one post, you're gonna see a few followers. That don't matter. She's just trying to expose herself on that platform. So don't be quick to judge.
No, please don't, because I'm so busy. When I say busy, look, I am extremely busy.
So if you're an intern, call her up and tell her you'll help her with her Instagram.
I do all that.
Yeah.
It's like God has blessed me where my business grows from a lot of referrals because of the work that I do. So yeah, God is blessing me. Trust me.
Yeah. And also, because we are trying to track everything, and I'm trying to track everything, not necessarily literally track it, but make sure you let her know you saw the Reach Podcast Show is how you got connected. So that way we'll understand if we're making the impact that we're looking for. Because it's the Reach Podcast Show where every show reaches beyond the ears of the listeners. And like we say, and in the name of the show, we're trying to reach you each and every week. Haven't said it in a while, but my thing is to reach at least one person every week that has enough within them to let us know that this show helped them out. So if you're that person, please send a comment to the Reach Podcast Show or at the Reach Podcast Show on Facebook, Instagram, even go to the YouTube, leave it in the comments, and we'll be getting back with you. So again, Ms. Donna Mingo of Elite Platinum Credit Repair, we appreciate you being here today. Thank you for everything that you've given to us today.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
It was very enlightening.
Absolutely.
Yay,
so we'll see you guys.
Awesome.
Everybody that's on IG, we appreciate you guys. So being part of the show. So definitely get out there and
shout out.
Absolutely. We're signing off. We'll see you guys next week for another amazing show.